Last time here on the channel, I pretty much tore Rockstar apart for some of the choices made in their self-proclaimed big Red Dead Online content update. While I praised the addition of new daily challenges and some of the other changes made to the mode, the execution of these changes were all over the place, and in a lot of cases the changes were downright detrimental to the experience overall. Well, it looks like Rockstar themselves have watched my video and decided to obey many of my personal wishes. This article, titled The Road Ahead, was just posted on Rockstar's official website and gives us a fairly detailed breakdown of some of the updates coming to Red Dead Online before the end of spring 2019. Here in the article, Rockstar directly addresses a lot of the fan feedback and criticism coming out of the last quote-unquote big update, and it looks like they really want to make things right. So let's break this thing down. Is Rockstar on the right track here to reach Red Dead Online's fullest potential? Or will the nickel and diming continue and leave a hungry fan base unsatisfied overall? Let's not waste any more time and get right into it. If I had to take away one conclusion from this article, it's that this update, whenever it arrives, is the true big content update that Rockstar advertised with the last one, but in reality did not even come close to delivering. I'll be calling it the Road Ahead update for the remainder of this video for simplicity. The Road Ahead update article details 5 important changes or additions to Red Dead Online, all of which promise to improve the experience dramatically, assuming the execution is on point. These changes include a radical overhaul to the game's honor and wanted systems, aka the new hostility system, offensive and defensive playing style options, aka passive mode fucking confirmed, finally, more main story missions, more stranger mission variety, and the introduction of dynamic events. Now, just from this graphic right here, I'm already excited because these 5 topics each cover major issues with the online mode as it stands, and in prior videos here on the channel, I've done plenty of talking about each of them and how I'd like to see them either change for the better or just incorporated at all. So let's tackle each of them one by one and see how Rockstar themselves will be approaching each issue. Griefing is one of the most common complaints about the Red Dead Online experience. The hostility system is basically Rockstar's buzzword for describing their anti-griefing measures and how the game's various systems like the honor system or the wanted system respond to player actions. The last major update incorporated changes to the way aggressive players were displayed on the game's map. Players also incurred bounties for griefing other players, which makes sense. But in an all-time boneheaded move, players who fought back against those very griefers would also be punished with a bounty of their own. This was nonsensical and went completely against the spirit of the new system Rockstar incorporated, and as expected, players were furious. To make things even worse, the new daily challenges, while overall a net positive for Red Dead Online, also forced players to engage in griefing activities in order to gain gold and XP. This means players were now incentivized to grief other players, and it made all the issues I just went over more glaring and hard to ignore. Luckily, with the Road Ahead update, Rockstar will right these wrongs. From now on, griefers will be marked as an enemy to the attacked player. At that point, if that attacked player fights back against the griefer, he or she will not incur any bounty or hostility increases. Best of all, Rockstar has confirmed that daily challenges will be restructured, and the ones that encourage griefing will be eliminated. There. Was that so hard? Rockstar, you get a cookie for that one. Good job, little buddy. While this change to the hostility system is an important one, I still know plenty of players who won't be satisfied until there is a full-blown passive mode implemented into Red Dead Online. It was all of the griefing and unwanted engagement with other players that turned them off of the game in the first place, never to return. Passive mode has already been implemented into GTA Online to great success because the truth is, many players don't want to deal with random strangers killing them for no reason. They just want to escape into these worlds either with friends or entirely on their own. No distractions, no violence, just an immersive 19th century experience. At long last, these players will have their wish. Rockstar will be implementing a passive mode for Red Dead Online called Defensive Playing Style. In defensive mode, other players will not be able to lock onto you or lasso you. If they choose to shoot at you using free aim, you cannot be killed. But at that point, you are given the ability to shoot back at the attacker specifically. You could kill them and still remain in defensive mode and will not incur any bounty or hostility penalties. On top of that, the hostility system will still have its way with the attacking player like normal. They will be punished with a bounty and increased hostility. Keep in mind that players who choose to abuse defensive mode will be punished heavily. First of all, defensive players will lose the ability to lock onto other players, which shouldn't be an issue since you're in defensive mode in the first place to not engage with other players. But if you do decide to be a jerk and lasso another player while in defensive mode, you'll be punished massively and your hostility level will go way up. For players who aren't interested in a defensive mode, there will still exist an offensive playing style, which is basically just the current form of Red Dead Online as it exists today. Overall, this defensive mode sounds good to me and is what I've been looking for since Red Dead Online launched. However, some of the specifics still feel a bit unclear at the moment. According to this article, defensive players cannot receive critical hits. Does this mean your character cannot be hit at all? I'm hoping the answer is yes, and your character will react to gunfire the same way he would in GTA Online. In GTA Online's passive mode, you appear like a ghost near other players and you simply can't be hit. If Red Dead Online's defensive mode acts any different, it could pose a number of problems when engaging in certain activities. If I'm fishing, for instance, or in another state where I'm completely vulnerable and can't defend myself, will a griefer be able to attack me? Even if it doesn't kill me, if I'm in the middle of catching a fish and I'm shot by a griefer and my fishing is interrupted, that would be really annoying. From the article itself, it sounds like Rockstar has, quote, several other adjustments they've yet to detail when it comes to defensive playing style, so I'm hoping concerns like this are clarified soon enough. All in all though, this is a much welcome change that really should have been there from day one, but I'm happy to see it implemented before Red Dead Online officially comes out of beta. The next 3 changes aren't detailed to the same extent as those first 2, but in the end, I think they will be the main selling points of this Road Ahead content update overall. First off, we have more Land of Opportunity missions, aka main story missions, aka the main draw of any Rockstar open world game. We don't know what they'll look like or how many we'll be getting, but this is probably the #1 most needed addition for Red Dead Online overall. Like, these anti-griefing systems are nice and all, but if there's no actual game to play with depth and variety and replayability, then those changes become pretty much worthless. A steady supply of new missions is really the main draw of Red Dead Online for me, and it's going to be exciting, unique twists on the Red Dead mission formula that draw other people back into the mode if they've lapsed over time. I'm hoping we get at least another 10 new missions with this Road Ahead update. Maybe if we're really lucky, we'll finally get some heists. But for now, we'll just have to wait and see. Next up are new free roam mission givers and mission types. My main issue with the stranger missions in Red Dead Online is the lack of variety overall. So many of them consist of you delivering mail, or if you're lucky, stealing a horse and then delivering it somewhere. It got super repetitive super quickly. With this Road Ahead update, I'm really hoping they mix up some of the mission variety here. The article also mentions new and familiar faces. This is interesting because one of the free roam mission givers currently in Red Dead Online is Bonnie McFarlane, so I'm almost certain this line regarding familiar faces means we'll be seeing more Red Dead Redemption 1 characters that never made an appearance in Red Dead 2. It wouldn't surprise me at all if, say, Landon Ricketts makes an appearance in Red Dead Online very soon. Finally, the article mentions the introduction of dynamic events, such as ambushes, rescues, and defending folks in need. These sound a lot like the chance encounters that will pop up on your map periodically in the single player mode, and that sounds like a great addition for online. Anything that gives more life to the world and presumably rewards the player with more cash and XP sounds like a good addition to me. And that's about everything from this bombshell of an article. I have to say I'm pretty happy with the direction Red Dead Online is heading, and I'm thankful that Rockstar isn't being stubborn when it comes to some of the dumber decisions or changes they've made to the mode so far. After the last big update, I could have easily seen them doubling down on their bad ideas and just forcing players to kinda deal with it. Looking at this article, I think it just reinforces how important it is to be vocal on social media, Reddit, Rockstar's official website, and even in videos like this one. You don't just need to blindly accept anything they give you. If you think something is dumb, then respectfully speak up, because with this Road Ahead update, it really does seem like they're listening and want that honest fan feedback. Now the question is, when will this big Road Ahead update actually be dropping? Or at least when can we learn some more details? Well, as of the release of this video, we have 2 smaller content updates with concrete release dates. Beyond that Plunder Showdown mode, nothing else has a concrete date attached to it. So I'd expect to hear some more new Red Dead Online details soon after April 9th, probably with a new roadmap detailing some exact dates. So keep it locked here on my channel because I will definitely have a breakdown video much like this one once that new news drops. Until then, I plan to have a video in the coming days covering the last 3 weekly Red Dead Online content updates where I'll go over what I like, what I don't like, and if they're worth checking out yourself. All that, of course, in addition to my new daily video series where I am replaying and providing commentary on the entirety of Red Dead Redemption 2 story mode, all in first person and with HUD elements turned off. If any of that sounds interesting to you, hit that like and subscribe button to stay up to date on all of my new Red Dead videos. There's really so much going on, it's a bit hard to keep up. But that's going to do it for today, so until next time, thanks so much for watching everyone, and take care.